Zachariah Jackson, BASA News. Outside of the UMDJ Rutgers Hospital in Newark, New Jersey. I'm standing here with Yusuf Shabazz. Yusuf, we've been back and forth. We've been talking, and they still haven't settled what they were supposed to settle for you. What is going on?
Well,
talk loud.
Well, today I'm here again to use this form of media communication to reach out to get the necessary help and assistance I need. You know, I'm trying to reach out to the ACLU, Seton Hall, Law Clinic, Rutgers Law Clinic, the Bar Association, Legal Aid Assistance and Services, any type of form of legal representation that I can get to help me deal with this matter, which consists of deviation from standard of care, negligence, medical malpractice, failing to follow the rules and procedures and performing a procedure in the hospital, here at University Hospital. First of all, I want to make it clear, I'm not trying to seek to close the hospital, and I'm against that. But I would like for them to make the necessary changes and get those that's in the hospital that's causing people difficulty by performing unnecessary surgeries, as well as those individuals in the advocate's office, which is patient relations, when you go with a problem and not addressing it. My issue is, I went to the hospital because I had an injury and it was still in existence, and the doctor performed a surgery that wasn't required, which in the surgery, he tightened up my esophagus. I couldn't swallow, move my bowels or eat. I developed other complications. I had to go to another hospital to seek treatment for the complication that was caused by the Dr. Merchant here. When I went back after the procedures, I met another doctor.
Okay.
A Dr. Cavett. And he did the proper workup to rectify my situation, which was a corrective surgery. All the papers here will reflect that. So when he performed the corrective surgery and I went to patient advocacy to address the issue, which they acknowledged. I have the paperwork here. I have it on a USB drive, which I have spread around because I'll be losing paperwork so much. It's like, you know, they're causing me difficulty. But however, I filed litigation in the court. I couldn't get legal representation, so I had to do a pro se. When I filed the litigation in the court, I was granted to proceed. And when you file a litigation in court, and it's granted the ability to proceed, a court date was structured, and I went before the court and they told me discovery begin. This was in front of Judge Spencer here at the Essex County Superior Court building. And at that time, when discovery had commenced, I submitted interrogatories to the defendants and production of documents related to the hospital procedures, their insurance information, their job description, and things of that nature. Answers that were supposed to be answered according to New Jersey Court Rule 33 and 34. 33 interrogatories and 34 production of documents. After I sent these documents out, 2 weeks later, they called me in court and dismissed the doctors but kept the nurse and allowed me to amend the complaint to where I could put Robert Wood Johnson, Barnabas Health, West Orange. So I did it again.
But you had the operation here though.
Yes, but when I put the lawsuit in indicating University Hospital, St. Barnabas, I was in error with St. Barnabas. St. Barnabas doesn't have this. It was Robert Wood Johnson, Barnabas Health, West Orange. So they threw out the hospital and Barnabas. But I wanted to admit it because I wanted to include the University Hospital because they allowed what happened to me to be committed in this hospital under their direction by Dr. Aziz and his staff at the time. So when they allowed me to proceed, and I submitted the interrogatories again under Rule 33 and 34, they called me in court again 2 weeks after that. And at that time, they told me we're going to have a hearing to determine if my case had merit. I had outlined, because I'm not an attorney, I required information pertaining to common knowledge theory, saying I didn't need a merit affidavit because I'm not called an expert witness. I'm just stating the facts of what happened to my case. Any layperson will understand,
right? Because
the documents is in chronological order and it's easy to understand. And when I outlined in my case in my procedural facts and procedural history, it was plain and clear. So they told me I could proceed with the amendment of Robert Wood Johnson, Barnabas Health, West Orange. Then at the same token, when I was in court, I explained to the judge, another judge, because I went back in front of, this time I went in front of Judge Rosalind Holmes Grant. And at this time I said, Your Honor, I wouldn't like to have my case dismissed on a technicality. I would like to have a date certain so I can explain to the jury what happened to me, because I'm not equipped, deal with all these motions that's been submitted to the court when my case does have merit. It happened to me. I went to patient advocates. They acknowledged the error that they committed. And I'm trying to seek some type of justice for myself and other people that can't speak for themselves that come to this hospital and seek some type of medical treatment. Now that I know it was a hospital, they're doing experimental surgeries on people. That was done to me, and I can substantiate that. Because Dr. Convey, doing the corrective surgery, when I asked him for a merit affidavit, he said he can't do that because he owes a duty to the hospital. You owe your duty to the patient.
Supposed to.
So therefore, that's why my hands is tied on that end. But then I submitted a motion to oppose any type of actions to dismiss this case. And when I was waiting for a court date to be heard, because I didn't hear anything. Just recently I went to the court on around May 17th. No, excuse me, July 17th. And at that time, the court clerk, I asked the court clerk for a docket sheet. One of the court clerks inside the civil case management office, I asked her for a docket sheet. She said, one of the young ladies, I didn't know if she knew it exists or not. She said there is none. But then another lady brought the docket sheet out to me. She said, here you go, right? Is this what you look for? I said, yes. It outlined all the activities of my case, the times I went to the court, or any type of motion and things that was submitted. So now, when I looked at it, my discovery period supposed to end July 20th. It's stated in the letter that I have right here. It say discovery end date reminder. It's supposed to be July 20th, 2024. However, before discovery was gathered, I sent the interrogatory requesting certain information and insurance information, as well as production documents, send me all that, and the interrogatories to be answered. On July 8th, I received, when I went to the courthouse on the 16th, 17th of July, they gave me this docket sheet, and it outlined that my case was dismissed on July 8th. I didn't even appear in court. And in my motion to oppose it, I asked to be in court for oral argument. Now, that's denying me access to the court because everything is virtual. I don't know nothing about e-court or the Zoom and stuff like that, or coming to my phone. But inside the court, the second time I appeared in front of Rosalind Holmes Grant, she told the adversaries to send me a hard copy, contact me, a letter through the mail, and any court dates or motions to be submitted to the court. I received nothing. And but on the day when I got the information that my case was dismissed, what I did, I went to the ombudsman's office, and she helped me to take action for reconsideration of my case. And then the reconsideration of my case, I'm still waiting. It's supposed to be August 9th. But I haven't got a decision that, I don't think it's on court. It's probably still pending. But however, when I went to the courthouse recently, the lady gave me a sheet indicating that I appeared in front of the judge on my case. Appeared in front of the judge at least 7 times. I swear to God, may God be my witness. I only been in court twice, but on the docket sheet, I've been in court 3 times for a motion, 4 times to appear, and that's all fabricated information. That's violating my constitutional right of First Amendment, my procedural due process 14th Amendment, and my due process on 4th Amendment. You know, I need help with this from somebody that can assist me with this because, you know, it's a shame how, you know, this medical hospital here is schooling, is teaching people to experiment on human beings here in Newark, Essex County to get their medical skills.
Well, let me ask you this here, Yusuf, Zachariah Jackson, BASA News. None of the political civil rights attorneys jumped on your case or nothing?
No, I guess it's like, you know, they have other things going on. It's cost effective, and not just that. I spoke to city officials here in Newark, like the city council members, the president. I gave them information related to my case. They haven't got back with me. Westport Councilman hasn't got back with me. But I'm being patient, you know. They know my situation because they have it in front of them. But however, you know, the hospital itself is out of order. You know, the hospital, you have individuals in the patient advocacy section, that's patient relations, that's not doing their job properly. They're not carrying the ball like they're supposed to. We have individuals coming with complaints and it's falling on the deaf ear.
Wow.
There's nothing being done about it. And they're just abusing the people that sit in there. You know, the patients, they're supposed to give us quality help. This is discriminatory medical practices. We get the lowest medical assistance or medication that we need from it. I'm not saying close it down, but I'm trying to
fix it.
Yeah, fix it. You know, bring some solution to the problems that exist that's causing people in no harm. You know, everybody don't want the hospital closed, but we don't want to be experimented on.
That's
and
right.
I can even go far to say in my interrogatory, I requested information pertaining to the COVID victims. I guess that was why they dismissed my case, because they still have trailers down here. This is a medical school, and they using our people, your people, as cadavers down there experimenting them on. And then when I asked for that information, they shut me down because I don't have the appropriate help or legal team behind me to go after them in that manner. Answer my interrogatory. Show me your insurance plan. You know, what's the rules and regulations for, you know, providing medical care and assistance for one that comes to your hospital? I received none of that, and I'm still suffering today. Not just that, Dr. Cavey. One day I had seen him when I went to the hospital. I said, Dr. Cavey, you did a great job on me when you saved my life. I couldn't eat, swallow, or move my bowel. I still experienced the difficulty. And sometimes it gets worse, but you know, I put it in God's hand and trying to stay focused and do the right thing to have this thing resolved. But when I see Dr. Cavey on the elevator with other
colleagues
in official capacity in the hospital, I said, y'all should make this guy chief of special operations in this hospital. And you know what they did? They called me. I got a Zoom text one day about the hospital, and it's Dr. Cavey spoke in there. Before he spoke, they said, we're going to let this be Dr. Cavey. He is now our special director of special medicine operations.
My God, you called into existence.
They got him that position, but I'm out here still suffering. I'm like crying in the wilderness and can't get no assistance. But when it happened to one of their family, you know, they want to raise up and come out and help. Even if I get this in a class action, you know.
Class action.
Even if I get this in a class action suit, you know, we'll prevail. But again, those bodies that they have down there in the trailers, those still our people. You know, this is a school. They're experimenting on people down there. Now you get some information and go, everybody. I even wrote a letter indicating, can I get an injunction to cease all medical examinations down there? I ain't hear nothing yet, you know. But I'm just a small guy counting. In the wilderness. I'm gonna keep on hollering.
Keep on hollering. That's what you got to do.
I'm gonna keep on trying.
That's what you got to do.
Just do me.
All right.
Without acting out of character.
That's right.
And God bless y'all, and I would like to help.
Okay.
That I need. God bless you.
Zachariah Jackson, BASA News. Good night.